Hey guys, today I'm going to share a recipe with you that has been one of our favorites lately, and it is our chicken fried quinoa. So it's a little bit of a twist on chicken fried rice. I'm going to run through the ingredients real quick. First, you'll need some black pepper, minced garlic, coconut oil. I have spray coconut oil, but if you just have it in a jar, this will work fine too. Some frozen veggies of choice. I've tried it with a bunch of different of the mixed veggies. This one has asparagus, corn, and baby carrots. I've tried the one with like snap peas. I've tried the one with green beans in it, and they all turn out great. This is a key ingredient, the Bragg's liquid aminos. This is what we use instead of soy sauce, and it is a much healthier natural alternative to soy sauce. Quinoa, which we'll use a cup of quinoa. Just cook this how the directions say on the box. I've got 2 chicken breasts that are cut up here. I just grilled these up, cut them, and stored them for the week. So if you do a huge meal prep on Sunday, definitely cook up a bunch of chicken breasts, because even if you freeze this, it's so nice to have just like salt and pepper chicken breasts on hand. You can use it for a lot of things. And then some eggs. We like a lot of eggs in ours, so I'll probably use 4 whole eggs, 2 egg whites, but if you just wanted to use 2 eggs, or you didn't like as much eggs as we did, you can kind of make it your own. You need just a saucepan. This is what I use for the quinoa. A big one like this for when I'm putting it all together. One key ingredient that I'm missing today is bacon. I'll usually just buy the bacon bits, or you can buy regular bacon, cook it yourself, and then chop it up. But I just add that in there when it's cooked to add flavor. But I don't have it today, and that's okay. It'll still turn out good. Just if you like bacon, know that it is absolutely delicious in this recipe. So we'll first go ahead and get started by taking the cup of quinoa and cooking it as it says on the box. I like this brand because you do not have to rinse this quinoa. So just be careful of that. Sometimes you buy quinoa and it does require you to rinse it. This brand does not. So the quinoa is just starting to boil now, and once this comes to boil, put a lid on it, let it sit for 15 minutes. When there's 5 minutes left of that 15, I'll add the vegetables into it. I'll show you. I'm going to scramble the eggs in that pan. I didn't show that pan earlier, but I'm going to use a smaller pan. You could use this same one if you wanted, but I'm just going to use that one. And then this has no heat on it yet. I'm starting to heat this one up for the eggs, but pretty much once you're finished in these 2, you just dump everything into here to crisp up. And you guys see what I mean as we go along and do this. Okay, with about 10 minutes left to go for the quinoa. Quinoa is still going, and I'm just going to scramble up the eggs. And then once those are scrambled, I just kind of let them sit in the pan until I add them in at the end. I have seen recipes with this before that people have just done an egg over easy or a soft-boiled egg, and if you wanted to do something like that instead of scrambling them, you could. I just prefer scrambled eggs, but if you want an over easy egg or a soft-boiled egg, that's totally up to you. Okay, so at about the 5-minute mark, you want to just open the lid, throw the veggies in. Eggs are still going a little bit, but you want to, as soon as you put the veggies in, close the lid again. I put probably half of the bag of veggies in with the quinoa. If you wanted to do the whole bag, you could. The best thing about this recipe is exact measurements don't really matter. So at this point, there's a minute and a half left on the quinoa, but if there is still water in your quinoa since you added in the veggies, you can go a little bit over. I am just cooking the quinoa to what the directions said. I just put the veggies in to start cooking them. I don't cook the veggies ahead of time, it's just a frozen bag, and I place it in there. Now, I've kind of got everything ready, and it's all gonna start coming together at this point. So I'm going to heat my big pan here. I'm gonna just put it on probably medium-high heat. Let it heat up for a little bit. I'll spray it with the coconut oil, put in the garlic, put in the quinoa and veggies, put in the chicken, and then I'll show you guys what I do next. This is what the quinoa and veggies look like when they are ready. There's not water down there when I mix them around, and they're just, the veggies probably aren't all the way done, but since they're gonna go into the other pan, that's completely fine. Okay, I've got the garlic and oil going. You can use as much garlic as you'd like. Get that started a little bit. And this is where you just dump in your chicken. I even let the juice run in there. Dump in your quinoa. This is where you would add in your bacon as well. Okay, chicken, veggies, quinoa mixture are all in there. I have not added the egg yet, because now you're going to let that cook for a little bit, and you're going to add in your liquid aminos. Okay, now we're going to take our liquid aminos and just do this to taste. I probably do like 5 or 6 shakes. And then we will mix this all around. You can hear it's like frying up, getting nice and golden brown. If you like more liquid aminos, you could add that. It does add a nice saltiness to it. Like I said, if you have your bacon in here. And then lastly, you just take the eggs and I'd mix them in. Right after you add in the eggs, it's pretty much ready. So I'm just gonna get a couple bowls and forks, and then we will taste test this for you. And if you're following the 21-day fixed meal plan, I count this as 1 red because there's a mix of chicken and eggs, 1 yellow because there's quinoa, and 1 green because of the vegetables. I personally don't count the liquid aminos, but I do count a spoon because of the coconut oil. So this is it. It's still really, really hot, so I'll test it here in just a second. But for the 21-day fix, if you do want to stay really close to your containers, when you mix it all together, use a purple or a green container to scoop it, measure it out, and then that's your portion, which actually turns out to be a ton of food. Okay, so I'll do the taste test. I've already taken a couple bites, so I won't talk with food in my mouth, but it's really, really good. I don't know if I missed the saltiness of the bacon, or I can tell it's missing, but it's still really, really good. Like I said, we love putting tons of eggs in there, and I probably could have done more egg than what I did. And yeah, this recipe is one of our favorites. We've been having it like every week. Now, if you wanted to, you could use rice, you could use like a Japanese noodle, but we just have quinoa and like quinoa, so that's what we use. I hope you guys enjoyed this recipe. Please give it a thumbs up if you do want to see more recipes, or if you have a request for a recipe, leave a comment down below, and thank you so much for watching.